So, cheers to you, my wonderful viewers, and how have you been? How have you been coping with the realities of the Nigerian nation for those of us who are based in Nigeria? Then, for those of us who are based in Europe, how are you coping with the impact of the Russian Ukraine war? For those of my friends who are in the US, how are you guys coping with the whole politics about Joe Biden, about the Republican man, who wants to take over the reins of power in the person of Donald Trump? How are my friends in Australia? How are you guys doing? Those of you in South Africa, how are you guys doing? What's going on? How are you getting on with the reality of 21st century? 21st century, yeah, with respect to the economy, with respect to climate changes and everything. So this morning, I just want to have this conversation with as many of us as are disposed to have this conversation, which is regarding the benefits of a man who is married, having your wife, having your spouse, having the mother of your kids as exposed and as educated as they can be with your help as the man. So lately, I've had situations to be around some spaces we have seen some very, very hitherto powerful people at a time, who are now quite not in the best of states, who are old, who are weak, who are tired, who at this point need all the help they can. For a lot of them that are blessed to have their women they paid close attention to when they were younger, these women stop at nothing to make sure that they get the best of care, they get the best of attention, and even when the need arises, these women, owing to the fact that they were exposed at a time and owing to the fact that they have the contacts also, pull these strings in the favor of these men who are now sick and weak. You and I know that no matter how we say it, it is almost a general thing that the male child, the man usually goes before the wife. But before then, some people fall sick. Before then, some people develop some conditions. You know what is going on about this prostrate whole thing. You know what is going on. Depending on the type of life the person might have lived when the person was younger, you could become diabetic. You could develop a heart condition that makes life a little bit unbearable for you to a very large extent. So at this time, what would work for you is the quality of investment you made when you were younger. You may even have money to get people to care for you, but then that care that is given to you by paid service providers is not what you can equate with the type of care a family relative, a brother, a wife, a son, a daughter gives to you. So I've seen a lot of men, for some reasons, which mostly borders on insecurity, they decide that on no account will their women be involved with any form of employed payment, that their women will have to be at home while they that are the men will go to work, and not even being at home maybe while they learn some digital skills or do some things remotely. No, these guys are more like just take care of the family. I'll be giving you monthly pays and the rest of them. But at the end of the day, you would see that the truth behind that staying at home is so that they can have what they would use to manipulate these women. To a very large extent, these women literally depends on them for everything. So being that they depend on them for everything, they decide when to give and when not to give, using it to hold most of these ladies down. But I want to tell every man who has that type of assumption in his mind that I think that is suicidal for you. It is in your worst interest to have that type of disposition, because the truth is that a woman who will be stupid will still be stupid. So that is why in most cases we advocate, in as much as I'm not married, yes, but then I would not hide away from the truth, because I've not been responsible enough to do what I was supposed to have done earlier for reasons that I may not be able to explain at this time. So I feel personally that as long as you can afford your earning basically, as long as you have a kind woman by your side who pays attention to you, who likes you, why not give her the support to be the best of herself? I sincerely feel that if you prioritize your woman, your wife, on the long run, you are going to benefit from it, especially a wife who is kind, loving, and hardworking. On the long run, your children will benefit from it. You yourself as the man will benefit from it. I don't see any reason why you will be a very big figure yet your woman didn't even get the basics of education. She didn't even explore her career path. At the end of the day, she comes out to where your big friends are. She can't even hold her own. She can't hold a conversation. She's intimidated. She can't carry herself in a very, very dignified manner. I think that is in your best interest as a man. Pay attention to your woman. Support her. Help her to grow. Everything we do we are just doing them based on trust. If unfortunately for you, after putting in so much, this person disappoints you, deserts you, and starts treating you in a manner you never believed is possible, that would be something you have to deal with. But not every woman do. There are a lot of women that I know who are successful as a result of the support of their husband, who are also very, very intentional about their families. I would want you to pay attention to this, dear man. You may not see the reason now, but someday you sit back and you remember that Onyekachi made this video. It's as serious as it is. Cheers.